Okay, so we will show you the results. As I said, I see them for the first time. So it's a little percent box or secret box for me or for us. So Rebecca has the data results here. In some kind, it was a little bit hard to analyze. So keep in mind that that's not representative. Yeah. So we just made a little survey into the practice, the professional practice. So, but yeah, it's not a kind of scientific survey. So, but I think for our project, it's a very good result, and we can build on it, and we can, make some, also politics with that. So that was the background of, or one of the background of the survey, and also the next background was to get another insight in the good practice handling a new psychoactive substances or consumers in the treatment centers and also the counseling centers. So here we have filled out questionnaires. You tell something if you want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course.
So filled out questionnaires as the total number. So after that, we found out that it was one learning for me was that we have to split the German language surveys that we have better controlling about the data, because we didn't really know how much surveys are filled out in Germany or Austria. So there's a little gap in that. So we have so much more questionnaires in Germany filled out. That's a surprise for me too. So and because we had bigger problems to get filled out surveys with the Interleaf project. But yeah, and here we have a big motivation. So it's my first thinking about that we have a big motivation in the professional field in Germany about the topic of new psychoactive substances and the handling of it. So.
And maybe we did a good survey with good questions. They are easy to answer.
Yeah. I think that's really important. Yeah.
Yeah, the last update, there have been about 20 in Austria or more, or 28. Because now I'm surprised that there are only 10, because otherwise I would have
Yeah. Yeah, that's a gap in which surveys can be counted into the analysis, and which surveys are only filled out and you can count it. I don't know that because I haven't done the analysis. So you see it also in Portugal and also in Hungary. They have more filled out surveys, but they couldn't use that. So, but Irma or Lulu have to say what's the difference between that.
Yeah, Lulu did the analyze. No, Irma did the analyze, and so we are not sure why there are 10. Where are the other ones from Austria? But I think we can do it later, or
Yeah. I think it would be the next step in the analysis, because it's also only the first step. So I've downloaded the data last week. So, and Irma made this work over the weekend, the last weekend, and also Lolo did the work in the last days and even last night. So thank you for that. So professional background, that's also the total number. So we see that in Germany it's in first are social workers who are filled out, but also therapists and psychologists. So it's you see 2/3 nearly are social worker. So another view is in Italy. There are mainly psychologists and therapists. And in
Croatia,
yeah,
almost most of them are other. Wie heißt das noch? Professional background are others.
so
Like
we really don't know what's the background, but yeah. It's not. It's. I think it's important for the view on the results in each country if there are some difference between the countries.
But maybe we can ask the Croatian team if they have an idea.
Yeah, I have an idea because some of in your countries, most of our we don't have a peer worker or educator as it is in Croatia. We have I don't know how to say. They were confused because we had a lot of workers in our therapeutic centers who are ex former.
Yeah, former consumers and
You know, I maybe we can change them in we call here educator. Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even pay attention, but in LT in Austria, but why aren't there social pedagogues?
Social.
A lot of people I know that filled out that survey
Okay.
are social pedagogues.
Oh, in Germany it's the social worker.
Yeah, maybe
We
that
have social
confused.
worker and social pedagogues. So social pedagogues who fill out our surveys are other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, so that must be the other one, and it's interesting to see that the professionals have different names in different countries.
Yeah, I think it's only a discipline discussion and the history of the discipline in Germany as well, and in a scientific in a scientific circle there are so much discussions about what is social work, what is social pedagogy. So and even there are that's so for now in the educational science in Germany they say it's all social work. So but they had a fight about 30, 40 years about that. So in the scientific. So it's interesting that the discipline of social work, as I would say, in Croatia has another way. So and another identification in the profession.
In Kroatien sind zwei Professionen, also Social Worker und Sozialpädagog.
Ja.
Und Sozialpädagog ist mehr die Rehabilitations- und Social Work ist direkt
Ja.
der Sozialbereich.
Okay.
Und deswegen ist diese, Entschuldigung, Sache.
Yeah, I will repeat it in English.
Deswegen sind viele in Kroatien other, weil vielleicht diese Sozialpädagogen, wir haben auch in unserer Gemeinde und in jeder Institution sind auch Sozialpädagogen, aber die sind nicht Social Worker und vielleicht sind other.
Ja.
Das ist das Problem, weil das sind zwei verschiedene Berufe
Ja.
in Kroatien und
Okay.
zwei verschiedene Bereiche.
Okay. This social work and social pedagogy is in Croatia two different fields and two different professional qualification ways. So the social pedagogy is mainly in the field of treatment and rehabilitation. So and the social work is on the streets. No, it's institutional in the counseling field and something. Okay, so
It's the same in Austria.
really,
Also two professions, yes.
yeah. Okay, in Germany, it's everything stick together. It's a gray field. So and nobody knows really what to them is it's a big professional field, so it has developed in the last 20 years. So, but I think it's and we have to we have to lead a new discussion about the professional field of social work in Germany. So, but I'm not in the scientific field again, and so maybe it's not up to me to lead that discussion. So, so thank you, Emma. I think it's very interesting. So about this.
Yeah.
In this survey, we get some insights also in the professional fields. So only these 3 slides.
In the Portuguese,
Yeah.
in Portugal, most of the persons who filled the survey out were psychologists. Am I right? Yeah. And is it a thing that in these therapy setting, most of the workers are therapists? Okay, so it makes sense that most of them who fill out the survey are.
Well, most of the people that work in the field of treatment is psychologists. Otherwise, social workers, they deal with families. They don't do psychotherapy or
Okay.
counseling.
Yeah.
They work with families, with the workplaces. No more than this.
Okay. Thank you.
Also in Italy, there are many psychologists, but they work as educator because in the community center it's permitted for psychologists to work as educator, but only with the drug addiction, not the other type of work.
So it's a special thing in
Yes.
the drug addiction
Yes.
field. Okay, thank you. You want to say something to
Yeah,
this?
very interesting. So we get some insights in the professional fields in the different countries. So what you don't hear in the video, so that we have collected some voices from the other partners. So we have totally different professional backgrounds in the main countries in the addiction field, and maybe that's one of the main results we have to keep in mind. Yeah, then multiple choice questions.
So Lulu tried to collect the most chosen answers, and in suspicion of hidden consumption, you can see this second most answer is drop out in the case of repetition. There are 73%, almost 74%. And also asking other clients about their impression. But you can see it's really hard to present you the answers, because you can see 29% of the answers choose other interventions. They choose the free text option, and I can look if I... Okay, I can give you a short Überblick.
Overview.
A short overview about some answers. In case of suspicion of hidden consumption, they maybe ask relatives. Some people give this answer, that they ask relatives. And also urine tests mostly don't work for NPS. It's a usual. Usually, you use urine tests if you suspicious drug consume, but for NPS it doesn't work. So some people answered that they do laboratory tests to be sure, and also that they're looking for the habit of the consumers and maybe movement difficulties. And the recognition of NPS consumption, you also can see most second answer is suspicious, darkened and dirty rooms. So, die haben festgestellt.
Realized.
Yeah, they realized most of the NPS consumers darkened their rooms and have dirty rooms. And also you can see 87% recognized balance problems. And then the last question, special skills to work with MPS users. A lot of answers were also free text, but you can see second most answer, mutual understanding, and of course the professional experience with MPS. What's not too easy because NPS, I mean, it's not a new thing, but the work with NPS consumers is a new thing. And that's why the last one, point 4, is super important, the information and knowledge about NPS. And it's not it's just one answer from Germany, but I want to share it with you. They ask when there's a hidden consumption, and one person is answering, if there's a hidden consumption and the treatment, then there's something wrong with the therapeutic relationship. And I just want to share this fact with you, but then I think I think it's not free, you know.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, there are questions about that, so please.
Can you give examples for the other, from the free text, from the special skills to work with MPS?
Special skills. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob wir die Special Skills haben.
I think we have to look for it, but take too much time. Yeah. So.
Oh, I have it.
Okay.
Kennst du das Wort? Okay, there is. They said therapy.
Qualification.
It's necessary to have a therapeutic. Ich hab's schon wieder vergessen. Qualification. Yeah, it can be helpful if you are a therapist, they said. And also you need empathy, and you need to know about the life and the world from your clients, so that you in your professional setting and everything is fine and the world is super nice, so you should know about the life and the world of your clients. And they said it's important that your clients can trust you, and you should be patient.
Just, I think it's kind of therapeutic skills you have to have, and yeah, professional skills are named here. So another extraordinary. So that was the main background of this question. Are there some other skills necessary? And yeah, I think they say no. So even the fact that information knowledge about NPS is only 10%, it's really
because
low.
Here's one answer, that the work with NPS is not different to usual drugs. This is what one person said, and maybe that's the reason why the information and knowledge about NPS is not so necessary.
Yeah, but I think there's a gap also because there are more problems in the treatment and the counseling with NPS consumers, and on the other hand, the professionals say we don't need any more skills and everything is fine. So we have to discuss it, I think. So this is this slide. So let's go to the next slide. So So Lulu has collected some interesting facts about that. So type of institution on the right-hand side. So you find that in Germany it's mainly outpatient centers, and in the others are the inpatient centers, I think. Also Hungary. So Hungary, you have also, I think Megalo, it's an outpatient center too. So, and then NPS users relapses more often during treatment. The answer is yes, and I don't know, almost the same. Yeah. If yes, why? Then comes also a free text. I think there is a bigger motivation to fill out a new points, and maybe we can take that. It's a kind of treasure for us to have all these professional views on that. So we can stick that in one bag, and I think that are the data says for us.
And in this free text, most of the answers, you see others, most of the answers is it's because you cannot. No, you can. As I said in the other slides, urine test doesn't work. So the NPS consumers maybe feel safe because you cannot nachweisen. Nachweisen?
Proof.
Yeah, you cannot detect the NPS consume. And in the free text, the professionals thought that's why the relapse is more often.
Yeah, and most of the answers are that the most of them think that the number of NPS users will rise in the next year. So that will be a rising problem maybe on the one hand side. So on the other hand side, they say we don't need other skills. So, what kind of professional settings? So, average of professional settings in the institution. What was the question there? I think it's you find it in the middle special process for treatment decision of NPS users. Here's how you find your decision in your treatment center. Should the consumer or the client kicked out of your treatment center? Do we have a specialized treatment decision process for that? The most of them say yes. And on what kind of professional setting types do you have? And there are others also free test about pharmacologists in a team. It was one answer. I think who has that? So
That's good.
I think it's a nice. Then you have to make your decisions. If you have a chemist in your team, he can make the analysis just at the workplace.
Das heißt, they also answered Fachkonferenzen.
Professional conferences or team conferences. That's another free text answer. So I think it's a kind of intuition maybe. Okay, my intuition it's the second most answer: supervision, colleague talk, and team meeting. So I really don't know what the first question was with the average of professional settings. So,
Was heißt ein Average?
Durchschnitt.
Are there also examples for the special process for treatment decisions?
Special process? No, that was
wasn't-
only the answer yes or no. And if you choose yes, Then you have can type in which kind of setting do you have. So and then you have on the right hand side here the most of them say in the free text special conferences, professional conferences, or the chemistrist in the team. So and the other answers are you can see here. And it was also multiple choice, I think. So, what's the work experience in the current field? The most of them are very experienced workers. So, even in Germany, you see them more than 10 years, and also in the other countries, these professionals are the most of them, of the most of the answers, or maybe 5 to 10 years. So, we have good and not new professionals. So we have experienced staff members. So, and that was the last sheet here for now. And yeah, we have to decide what we will do with the answers in the next weeks or month, and what you can do in your facilities maybe with the answers, and please share it with us if you do some analyzing work. So